This is FIBA Podcast. Thank you for joining us in our morning daily devotion.
We are doing a series on waiting upon God. And today we want to look at how David waited. Many people are impatient because we live in a society of instant gratification. They do not have the patience to wait for those things that they desire. People want it now and want it very fast. We need to be careful. Our impatience can cause us to overlook many things and settle down for the second best. With the desire to get it now, we may lose the best and accept the ordinary. The reason many do not want to wait is because they fear they may lose the best, or they may not get anything at all. People have been disappointed with God because the promises of God in their lives did not happen at a time when they expected them. My friend, nothing wrong with the promise. It has to do with us. We do not want the promise of God to be fulfilled in His time. We want it to happen according to our time. David did not become a king the day he was anointed. He was a teenager when the Lord picked him up from the field to be the king. It did not happen immediately. It took 15 years for that to happen. What a jump from a shepherd to a king. It was unexpected. It was a gift. David did not at any time tell the Lord, "Give me the kingdom now." Nowhere you will read David saying, "Lord, you promised it, give it to me now." He did not even act like a king from the day of anointing. He carried on to be what the Lord wanted him to be and go where the Lord wanted him to go and do what He wanted him to do. If David would have grabbed the throne before God's time, it would have been a big disaster. The 15 years was needed in God's economy for David to be trained, experienced, and matured to handle the promise of God. It is not the promise alone that is important, my friend. Even the recipient of the promise needs to be prepared to receive the promise. God knows when to give it and under what circumstances He should give. Many are unable to wait for God's time, so they devise their own method to make the promise relevant in their life. God does not need your help to make His promise happen in your life. All that He wants you is to let Him do His work and accomplish His purpose according to His time. So you and I need to trust Him, wait upon Him, and be faithful to Him. David did all that God wanted him to do with all humility and seriousness. The path to kingship was not an easy road. He faced anger, jealousy, envy, pain, and he also faced threats. In all these, David not even once asked the Lord to enthrone him as a king. He waited without complaining. He waited without being anxious about his kingship. When you read the Psalms that David wrote, you'll find many times David calls us to trust the Lord, and here he gives us 3 tips to follow while we wait upon God. Look at Psalm 37, verse 3 to 5, and let me place these 3 things. Number 1, trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and enjoy safe pasture. Trust Him. If He has promised it, He will accomplish it. He will give it. Number 2, take delight in the Lord. He will give you the desires of your heart. It is not only when you receive the promise you need to delight in the Lord, even otherwise every day. It can be an experience, it can be a practice to delight in the Lord. It's an intimate relationship with the Lord. Thirdly, Turn your ways to the Lord. Trust Him and He will do this. Turn it over to the Lord. Your anxiety, your struggles in the path to receiving His promise will be filled with jealousy, envy, anger. But continue to trust Him and turn your anxieties to the Lord. Trust in Him and He will do this. David waited for 15 years. My friend, I do not know if you are waiting for something in your life. Do not doubt Him. The one who is a promise-keeping God will fulfill it in your life. God bless.
For more details, please contact 916364252164 or email us to info@fibaonline.org.